mission to deliver high-quality innovation and science. The Binge Pipe Way.
Apple, fork,
Highway,
telephone,
democracy.
binge pipe. We are just another thing. Don't worry about it.
If you value joy, check out this Binge Pipe programming content.
You've heard of a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but this week on Wrestling is Everywhere, we are taking the competition to a fully operational high-end furniture and home decor store.
I'm gonna rip you apart, sectional by sectional, armoire to footstool, because you are a sham, and matching duvet set. You're going to seasonal table runner for your life until you throw in your tea towel. You're about to hit the grounds, cause here comes the French press.
Hi, I'm looking for wall sconces.
No! This week on Wrestling is Everywhere.
Hey man, you succulent.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Oh, no, you don't, you son of a bitch. Not this time.
Honey, who was that?
Where are the kids?
Why did you yell? Who's at the door?
Are the kids home?
Yes, they're upstairs. Baby, you're scaring me.
We can't stay here.
What's happening?
It's nothing. It's just something from my past. I can handle it. Now, please go upstairs and pack an overnight bag. I want you and the kids staying at your mother's tonight.
If it's nothing, then why are we having to run away?
There's nothing to worry about. I said I got this.
Mommy, Daddy, what's wrong?
Hey, sport. Mommy and Daddy were just having a conversation. How does this...
Binge Pipe is still contractually bound to bring you You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. Drown in our content, stupid.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and the day I give up this job is the day I die. At least that's what Binge Pipe tells me. Geez, with this many players, it'll be tough keeping the scores in my head. Okay, this is real now.
Time for question one.
To get started, bless you, got served. Which hip-hop move best demonstrates the proper hygienic way to sneeze in public as set out by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention? The Dougie, popping and locking, the Humpty Dance, or dabbing? Okay, let's take a look. If you don't have a tissue on hand, the CDC recommends you sneeze into your upper sleeve, which is what it looks like someone is doing when they're dabbing. It's so lame when adults try to look cool by not getting phlegm everywhere.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Next, cruel and unusual punishment. Whose torture game is on point? The executioner using the brazen bull, the executioner using the rack, the executioner using an Iron Maiden, or the executioner using the tub? Who picked what? Any medieval torturer knows that you slowly get roasted in the brazen bull, the rack pulls you apart, and the tub causes maggots to slowly eat you. But the Iron Maiden impales you with a lot of spikes.
Why don't we do it with free?
Coming up next, black windshield. But don't trust your smartphone because it's a this or dat. I'm gonna list off 7 titles, and for each one, you tell me if it's an episode of Black Mirror, you know, the depressing sci-fi anthology show about the internet, or an old driver's education film. Don't think too hard, I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Black Mirror or Driver's Ed. And you're all doing this together, so look alive. Here it comes. Options to Live. Be right back. Nosedive. Safety or Slaughter. Last Date. y'all kind of stunk up the place. But player 2, you really dropped the ball.
Customer satisfaction seems to have dipped.
Looks like it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for all the other players. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
I couldn't have said it better myself, apparently.
Use them wisely. Or don't. You do you.
I don't need you anymore.
I call this one that binge pipe customer satisfaction feel. I can't believe I had to say that out loud.
Because your LinkedIn profile shows you took a job in Silicon Valley after taking time off playing house and working in the office, you might enjoy Thomas Middleditch, Martin Starr, Kumail Nanjiani, or Zach Woods.
Hope you like what you picked.
Zach Woods starred in all 3 TV comedies, Playing House, The Office, and Silicon Valley.
Oh, here's a good one. Speak directly to God at 3 p.m. Eastern. If God did a Reddit AMA, what question would you expect from Angry Job 42? Did you really ruin my life to win an argument? What's the ETA on getting me out of this big fish? Any chance you can make my wife not be a pile of salt? Or why am I rounding up 2 of every animal again? So who got it? You're gonna laugh. Here's the answer that got away. God tested Job's patience with hardships after Satan wagered that Job would turn on God in tough times. Round 1 is dead to me. Numbers, numbers, show me numbers.
Currently, player 3 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you are not good at doing this. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
Round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. The rest of you better answer fast before you get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
I am feeling joy.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Take a good look at a Nobel attempt. Which of the following very unlikely things is most impossible? Dr. Oz winning the Nobel Prize for Medicine? Well. Player 2 has invoked the screw. This one goes out to my grandma. Love you, Grams. Let's see how that shook out. I think you know it's coming. There are Nobel Prizes for medicine, chemistry, and literature, but there is no Nobel Prize for psychology, so Dr. Phil would never get a chance to win a Nobel Prize in his, academic field. Honestly, though, anything is possible when you know Oprah. Expert screwing, player 2. Have some cash.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Why not try sabbatical to the bone? What makes the most sense to do after high school if you take a gap year? Fold Lucky Brand jeans, fold 1969 jeans, fold Arizona jeans, or fold Diesel jeans? Let's see who got it. Congrats, you got the folding part right. 1969 is the brand name of Gap jeans.
Hey, question.
At Binge Pipe, we value your needs. Would you like a tricky question or a blunt question? Choose on your devices now. Votes are in. You have chosen.
Here's one for you. A blunt question. Snoop Dogg created which term for marijuana when he mispronounced a method of growing cannabis? Doobie, dank, chronic, or the devil's lettuce? So what'd you pick? Let's save ourselves some time. One night, Snoop Dogg misheard someone say hydroponic, and a piece of slang was born. Hydroponics, of course, being the act of growing cannabis without soil using nutrient-rich water. At least that's what an older boy told me. There is no hiding from One Mo Time. What type of review would I expect to read for a lawn service called Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass? Spent the afternoon writing songs, so watch out. Player 1 just let loose a screw. Didn't you say you wanted to change your name? I love this part. Leaves of Grass is a collection of poems by Walt Whitman. It's better than the Robert Frost service that always mows the lawn less taken. Introducing Getting Real for a Second. Which PC keyboard command produces a symbol that looks like my cat's butthole? Shift +1, Shift +3, Shift +5, or Shift +8? Okay, who chose what? Shift +8 creates an asterisk, aka a cat butthole. I know. Finally, some useful information. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Part of the team. I hope you know what official titles belong on what teams. Good luck. Player 3 wins! Nicely done, Player 3. You really put some distance between you and the competition. Sure, it's impressive, but you've really got to learn to let people in. Until then,
You don't know Jack!
Hey guys, what's up? So if you saw my last vid, then you know I took a photo of myself every day for a year. Thanks for all the positive feedback. It was a really fun project, and I learned something about myself while doing it. It turns out I'm a narcissist.
I've never told anyone that before. Not even my mom, because I feel so close to you, Jennifer.
My name is Kendall.
Whoops-a-doodle.
Okay, class, start pedaling faster. We're going up a hill now. Really push it. We're going up. Watch out! Oh God, somebody just opened their car door and we just got doored. Okay, throw yourself off the bike. Good, good. Now call an ambulance.
I've made a lot of money in my life, and I've made it all in the last 24 hours. I can show you how.
Binge Pipe, much to the chagrin of its board of directors, presents You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, the #1 subscription service you are too lazy to cancel.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. I got Jumanji'd into this video game decades ago, and I miss my family. I've never met a group of players I didn't like because they refused to interact with you people in person. And we're off.
Time for question 1.
First, movie pass-fail. What would be a good study book for a filmmaker who wants to pass the Bechdel test? Farting for dummies, goldfish for dummies, drowning for dummies, or women for dummies? What'd you guys pick? It's not you, it's your answer. Look, nobody knew it, so let's skip the formalities. In order for a film to pass the Bechdel test, it must feature at least 2 women having a conversation about anything other than men. Honestly, if you have to read this book, maybe just stick to making movies about farts.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Let's try For Whom the Doorbell Tolls. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? The first person making a knock joke. Mark Twain who? Oscar Wilde who? Roald Dahl who? Or William Shakespeare who? And how do we do? Orange, you glad you didn't guess banana? William Shakespeare is the first author to use the phrase, knock knock who's there, to set up a joke in recorded history. This bit is almost as good as when Hamlet contemplated why the fowl trespassed the country path.
Why don't we do it with 3?
And now, but she still gets carded. And thank you for being a contestant on This, Dis, or Dat. I'm gonna list off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's something that's older than actress Betty White, or something that's younger than actress Betty White. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between older or younger. And you're all doing this together, so pay attention. Okay, let's do it. Airplanes. Penicillin. The zipper. Canned beer. Sliced Way to go, most of you. But player 2, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
Uh-oh. Binge pipe diagnosticates that someone is pouting.
Great, we've been blessed by the presence of binge pipe.
Your failure has earned you a screw.
Don't forget, screwing the other players makes it harder for them to answer the question.
Now that's what I call consumer engagement.
I don't need you anymore.
Try this on for size. Speaking of the dis or dat, who dis? A female ghost of fate in Norse mythology, a half-human, half-horse in Greek mythology, a flying bird dragon in Aztec mythology, or a god with a crocodile head in Egyptian mythology. Well, what do you know? My friends, player 2 has unleashed the screw. No vowels for you. Okay, what'd you pick? Yeah, way to be wrong. You should have known. Yep, that's a diss. Not much else to say about that, really. Nice screwing, player 2. Here's that cash. Next up, follow-up question. Who dat? Fans of the Bears, fans of the Falcons, fans of the Packers, or fans of the Saints? Let's see how that shook out. Sweet dreams. Fans of the New Orleans Saints famously ask, who dat? Round 1 is history. Clearly this isn't a popularity contest because here's the scoreboard.
These players are the same number of points. Weird. Player 2, on the other hand. Wow, you are really doing it. Poorly. Market research indicates that it's time for another screw.
And remember, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. The rest of you better answer quick or you'll end up screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
You can take that to the bank.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one I like to call Vansplaining. What's something a woke Rip Van Winkle would say to those around him after waking from his 20-year nap? Washingtonians, gender is not binary. New Yorkers, cultural appropriation is bad. Georgians, white privilege is real. Or, Kansans, I'm a feminist. So what'd you pick? Rip Van Winkle, the short story by Washington Irving, takes place in the Catskill Mountains of New York State. An old white guy saying something progressive is how you know it's a work of fiction.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Behold, Fresh Prince of Capitol Hill. Say Mr. Will Smith went to Washington, D.C. that is. What campaign promise would be impossible for him to keep? Getting jiggy on J Street? Going wild, wild west on W Street? Just cruising on C Street? No, here it comes. Player 2 dropped a screw on you guys. Binge Pipe was going to make you read this eventually. Might as well be now. Okay, who chose what? Washington, D.C. is the home to streets featuring almost every letter of the alphabet except the letter J. Yeah, apparently George Washington hated the letter J for some reason, so no J Street. No, I just totally made that up. Yeah, that screw is a good move, player 2. This is your cash now.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
here we have Not a School for Rude Models. And chest strut fits lime floor.
It's time for a
Get those typing fingers ready because the longer you take, the less money you make. Okay, get ready. Take a look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what popular phrase it rhymes with. Taut waif nor jerk. And don't worry about that punctuation. Careful with this content. It should be viewed in private. Okay, what was it? All right, let's move on. Up next, every kiss begins with Klimt. If you've ever been in a college dorm, you know that Gustav Klimt painted the kiss, but I'm pretty sure he didn't paint anything called the next day phone call or the make real commitment to this relationship. If the lady from the Viennese painting The Kiss were depicted going to town on a traditional Viennese dessert, what would that painting of her eating her Viennese feelings be called? The tearful tiramisu, the sobbing in a soccer tort, the pitiful profiteroles, or the choking on a croquembouche? Okay, let's take a look. No. I hate to lead you on. None of you got it. Soccer tort is a decadent chocolate cake that was invented by Franz Soccer in Vienna, and it's just fun to say. Soccer tort. In the end, chocolate will never break your heart. Coming up, Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? The doctor that is.
Leslie Nielsen cleared a table with this in The Naked Gun. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? So who got it? In the movie The Naked Gun, actor Leslie Nielsen knocks over Queen Elizabeth II and pushes her across a table in an attempt to save her life. No queens were harmed in the filming. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. You're a monster. Not to put a label on it, but we're putting monster labels on it. Good luck. wins. Excellent job, Player One. Next round's on you. I'll have a Cosmo. No, wait, make that an Appletini. No, wait, grasshopper. Get me a grasshopper. Oh, no, wait.
You don't know Jack!
911, what's your emergency? I think my husband's dead. He's been shot. Okay, where are you? 1442 Willow Street. It's going to be a few minutes before an ambulance team gets there. I'm going to give you instructions in the meantime, okay? Okay. All right. The first thing I need you to do is record the murder scene. Get a few different angles and maybe add a slow pan to a wall of family portraits. Oh yeah, that'd be really nice. What? Ma'am, please stay calm. We need you to film a few things for the potential true crime doc about your husband. True crime doc? What are you talking about? Ma'am, I need you to calm down and listen. It's crucial that we get some B-roll right now, or, production is gonna drag on for this project. I am not filming that! Well, then can you at least get some footage of a neighbor acting weird or saying something cryptic? Or could you get some footage of maybe a crow flying from a telephone wire landing on a fence?
Hey kids, do you believe in a world of make-believe? Yeah! Then you too are susceptible to identity theft.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
Who wants to count my credit score? It won't take long.
A hold of a customer service representative. Now that I'm a Binge Pipe customer, they never leave me alone. The second I have a problem, they're there to explain why it isn't a problem and why I should be more grateful for their ever-seeing eye.
The second my Binge Pipe router went out, a service team was in my home. I didn't even know I had a back door.
I thought the volume was off on my programming, but the Binge Pipe doctor discovered it was my ears that were wrong.
Not only do they closely monitor my enjoyment of their services, but they reward me if I turn in fellow customers who are not completely happy. Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Binge
Binge
Pipe.
Thank you, Binge Pipe.
Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe. Thank you.
Susan, you are cold and unrelatable.
Binge Pipe's menu screen offers everything you need to start a trivia game.